My shirt is wrinkly, and at this point it's halfway through the day, so there's no point in ironing it. So what's up, guys? It's your girl Books with Bonnie, and I am back with another effing video. Okay, guys, so I ain't been here, so I'm not apologizing because life, the world, the state of everything right now, I'm not apologizing for taking my time. So it's not to be rude or mean, it's just I have to take care of me. And after everything that's going on with politics, with coronavirus, with just trying to live and breathe and not have a panic attack is literally my life right now. So I am gonna put on this smile because I feel good today, at least as good as I can be, and I'm okay with that. Be okay with being okay. Hashtag Bonnie. So today I am actually going to do a video that I've been wanting to do for, I want to say beginning of May. I think that's when she released her video. So stop right now what you're doing and watch this clip.
Booktuber recommendations. So my first recommendation is Books with Bonnie. She is, I love her so much. Like, she is like, I just love her. I don't know what else to say. She's a booktuber as well as a bookstagrammer. Is that the correct term? I'm not sure. She's so chill and so like bubbly. I just love her. Like, please subscribe to her. And she has great videos.
If you're not following my honey, what are you doing? Explain. So that is, I want to make sure I'm doing her name justice, and if I'm saying it wrong, you correct me. We correct people when they say our names wrong around here. I think it's Mariama, and if I'm saying it wrong, please correct me. But she's just adorable and a sweetheart. She reminds me of my younger sister. Just absolutely spunky. She's comfortable in being herself, and she's creative. And highlighting that creativity, she decided to do a Black YouTube. I think it's Black. Give me a second. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. The Black Booktuber Tag. Now, she tagged me as well as recommended me, and I'm going to do the same literally right now. And if you're from her channel, thank you for subscribing and welcome to my castle of madness. The Booktubers Tag is basically, you go over some, let me do this right. Let me do this justice. I'm not going to do this. So, Booktubers Tag is where you go over some questions in, of course, books. And you kind of make your recommendations and suggestions based on the prompt. So that is what I am going to do today. Also, Pikachu. Nostalgic. So, yeah. Let's get right into the video. That was kind of a long-winded intro, but let's be honest. All my intros are long-winded. Let's be honest. All right, so let's get right into this. The first prompt is, tell us a little about yourself. I dread this because I tell people about myself and they either do one or two things. They're like, oh, really? Nuh-uh. So I am Bonnie Slight. That is my stage name. My real name is Portia. I created Bonnie Slight as I don't want to say an alter ego because I think that is so played out, like Nicki Minaj, you can have it. It's more of my best version of myself. I didn't see myself, Portia, doing a lot of things, so I created this other person to go and tackle the world, which is how I came up with Bonnie. So that's kind of, Bonnie's like, she saves the day. She's my hero. She's a piece of me. I'm talking about myself in third person. That's not weird at all. I love books. I love everything about creativity and expression. So I am a writer, a director. I create web series. I create music. I sing. I've rapped. I've performed. I've went on tour. I've done a lot of things. If you are interested in knowing more about those things, I do have a separate channel that is also on YouTube, and it's called my Bonnie Slide channel. You just Google me and I should pop up. I like hair, makeup, all kinds of stuff, but you won't see a lot of that on this channel. This channel is solemnly dedicated to my babies, and I'm very happy I finally put my bookshelf up and all my books on it. I do have another bookcase, but that's on the other side of the room. We ain't gonna get to that. So I'm the oldest of 10, and then what else? I like books. I hope that's enough information. If you guys want to know more, comment down below more things you want to know about me. The next question: who's a Black author you love that a lot of people don't know about? I would probably say Brittany Morris and Tiffany D. Jackson. I think a lot of people who read consistently know about them, but they don't necessarily, they don't go past like people who really read. Like my friends who know certain authors and kind of stick to those genre don't really dig into different pieces. I don't know what I'm saying right now. But yeah, Tiffany D. Jackson, I think she needs and deserves way more publicity and attention and conversations. That I just think she deserves so much more praisals, as well as Brittany Morris. Those two are like boom, boom. They like literally say things that those who don't have voices say. They bring light to a lot of content that people don't even realize is happening. I just love those two. So I would probably recommend them. These are gonna be long-winded answers, people. I need y'all to be prepared for that right now, okay? Favorite book about a Black experience. My favorite book currently, let's say currently, I know I'm kind of tweaking it, but that's okay. I hope she doesn't hate me for it. So, about the Black experience, probably, that's hard. That's really hard. But I would probably say, and I'm biased right now, Tiffany D. Jackson's Monday's Not Coming. Absolutely incredible. It's about a young woman who goes away for the summer and comes back and find out that she can't find her best friend, and people in the world, in her world, are not giving it enough attention. It really highlights children in the African-American community that's missing, and not a lot of attention is being given by, whether it be police force, the news, the community itself. It's just a really, really emotional, turn-twisting, but honest and brilliant and in-your-face piece, and I freaking loved it. This book is so good. If you haven't read it, strongly recommend it, but you better bring your tissues, okay? Bring them with you, sit them next to you, put the music on, get some tea. If you like tea, you know I ain't gonna judge you, but this one will knock you off your feet. Favorite book by a Black author. Ooh, Tristan Strong, Punches a Hole in the Sky. It's by Kwame, and I read it recently, which is why I'm not going to say it's my all-time favorite, but it's definitely one of my new favorites. It talks about Tristan Strong and how he realizes he has magic and just like Black young heroes, and it reminds me of the Netflix series Raising Dion for some reason, which I also just finished recently. This is so great. I'm like, Kwame, Rick, yes. This combination was magnifique. So yes, I would say this one. I'm going to be doing a lot of wiggling. Also, my head hurt because I just got it braided, but we roll with the punches around here, y'all. Recommend a Black queer book. Black queer book. I'm gonna be honest, I probably should look more into, no, correction. Portia, Bonnie Slight, correct yourself. What I need to do is invest more time in looking at literature by queer authors. That is what I need to do. Okay, commitment, Bonnie, you need to do that. We'll probably fall into that. It's Pets. It's actually adorable. I like this story. I read this all in one day. I won't go too much into details. I don't want to spoil it for those who've never heard of it or seen it, but please, if you haven't, Pick this up. It's a quick read, and you'll be surprised that I learned something here. I really did. So check it out. Recommended book with a black person on the cover. Ooh, jackpot. Where is it? I might. Ooh, no, light it up. Jackpot or light it up. So light it up, and here we go. So this one is absolutely incredible. It talks about kind of a police brutality in African American children dying, and whew, this one's also another doozy. I would strongly recommend it. This is the main character here. I thought this was so powerful. It was beautiful. She was natural. She was black. She was just look at the face. Like, she didn't come to play. And honestly, this is a very serious book. So if you haven't heard of it, I would strongly recommend checking this out. They also have it on the Libby app as well as the Audible. So I would also recommend that. Recommend a book by a black author that makes you happy. Ooh, I would recommend Slay. This is the book that I was talking about earlier by Brittany Morris. It talks about a young African-American girl who's a gamer and kind of the racism and prejudice that she experienced being a gamer online. So she creates her own safe haven for black gamers, and whew, things get a little complicated after, but it's a really great read. I like it because it tells the story of not just the issues, privilege, and racism from outside of African American culture, but also within African American culture, and how being an extremist is just as bad, or I won't say just as bad, but being an extremist has its tolls on you as well. So I love this book here. So yes, Slay makes me happy because I know what it feels like to be kind of put in a box. Like, you have to, if you have friends that are outside of your culture, you spend a lot of time being the spokesperson and having to kind of always explain the black culture to other people. And it's a choice. Let's clarify, it's a choice to do so. But also it talks about how we as black people tend to not have that sense of community, and how much something as small as a game that creates for black people ends up being so big because we are just looking for a safe space, whether it be physically, mentally, or emotionally. Love this book. It made me so happy after reading it. Recommend some black booktubers. Okay. Okay. I'm saying but I know a few. I know Princess at Castle Library, Nori, and oh goodness, I feel so silly for not knowing them by name. I spent a lot of time talking to these people on Instagram, so when I'm trying to think of their YouTube name, I'm going on a blank. This is what I'll do to make it easy. I will link all of their info in the description box. So you guys should definitely check them out. I think they're incredible. I think they're brilliant, beautiful, and funny, because we are hilarious. I don't think people realize how funny booktubers are. We get so obsessed about books, but we crack so many jokes, and it's wonderful. Just gonna put it out there. Okay, so let me see if I'm missing anything here. Talk about a book by a black author that's coming in 2020. 2020. Oh, what words? So, Tiffany D. Jackson is actually coming out with another book called Grown. I'm really, really looking forward to that. I'm not sure if it releases this year or next year, so I'll say it's next year. That's probably my most anticipated book. I have Monday's Not Coming. I've read Monday's Not Coming, allegedly, and then Queen is on my TBR right now. So try them, because she, whew, Tiffany, yes. And then it says tag some black booktubers. So of course I'm gonna tag Princess. I'm gonna tag Nori. I'm gonna tag you, if you're watching this, if you are a person who supports and reads books by African Americans and Afro-Latina, Afro culture, any of it, I recommend that you do a video as well. Let's make this tag pops. It deserves to pop. We see so many tags that doesn't have anything to do with culture. I think this is one that we should own. This is an awesome idea. I love it. I will put the questions down in the description box, all that good stuff. If you are not following me on Twitter, Instagram, everything, Books with Bonnie, all my info is down below. Thank you so much. So much. You see that? Thank you so much for watching. And what are you reading this month? Do you have a TBR this month? Comment in down below. Yeah, it's your girl, Books with Bonnie. I'm out.